Welcome back everyone, I hope you've all been wonderful. I've got some incredible news for you today. As of the making of this video, a trailer for the full release of the game has been shown by Polymorph Games, and we can expect the full release for the 31st of January 2025. And from where I'm sitting, that's about 6-7 weeks away, and I could not be more excited. This is Foundation, and I'm Lord Bara. On this day in Baratown, I have commissioned the building of an auspicious castle. Don't look at me like that, I know it's been a long time coming, but it's here at last. I've already picked out the ideal location for it, and it's going to be the most prominent of all the monuments so far. Now, when it comes to castle building, you need to think about one thing and one thing only: defense. That is a castle's primary purpose, its sole function. A castle exists for nothing more and nothing less. And where better than to station your defense than at the top of a hill. Now, I've already had my woodcutters cut out a path up the hill, and they've nicely removed an area right on the crest. And as always, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab the existing military fort. I'm going to start moving pieces to the new desired location, which is at the top of the hill. I'm obviously working with the vanilla parts for the game. Because it's the initial build, I may move on to mods at some point, but for now it will just be vanilla pieces. Let me just sketch out the area so you can get an idea for the design that I'm going for. And I would like to take full credit for the design, but unfortunately I can't. The castle that I grew up near was a Motte and Bailey castle on a hill. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of a compact fortification from an earlier period that served as much as a beacon as it did a defensive establishment. It looks a little bit something like this. But when I think about castles, I usually think about something like Bamborough Castle in Northumberland in England. Now, that's an imposing citadel sprawling over a hillside that's overlooking the ocean. It's very grand, very dramatic. And you could say that the reason for that is because of a writer that you may or may not be aware of, named Sir Thomas Malory. He was a 15th century writer. I'm not going to go into great detail about his work, but it's fair to say that when you think about castles, specifically European castles or medieval life, honour, chivalry, King Arthur, fair maids, and an idealised historical goings on, you owe that vision in no small part to Sir Thomas Malory, whether you know it or not. You can make a compelling argument that he's responsible for that image, and although it's conjecture, Banbury Castle is said to be his inspiration for his work Le Morte d'Arthur, which is the death of King Arthur. And so with that in mind, I'm going to finally build this church on the hill, and I'm going to use that as my inspiration. I personally don't feel that Sir Thomas Malory's Le Morte d'Arthur is merely a literary achievement, but a cultural cornerstone that has shaped the modern lens through which we view medieval life. By romanticising the ideas of chivalry, the grandeur of the court, and the role of faith, Malory created a vision of the Middle Ages that continues to captivate and inspire even today. And although his vision often departs from historical realities, its enduring appeal lies in its ability to articulate universal human aspirations for honour, justice, and redemption. And I think that is worth telling stories about. I'm not going to pretend that this castle is an epic work of art by any stretch of the imagination. and I'm more than happy to come and revisit it at a later date with mods and make it into something that's more eye-catching. From a purely aesthetic point of view, what I want the castle to do is really sit on the top of this hill and absolutely command this valley and river. With that said, let's have a montage. That didn't take long now, did it? Now, I'll be honest, I'm happy with the position of the castle and I'm happy with the overall layout of the castle, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm happy with everything about it. I would very much like to revisit this with mods at a later date, but for now, I think it does the job. Barra Town, for me, is reaching a point where I feel most things are complete. I will definitely be doing a detailed pass on all of the monuments. I still want to finish off the monastery in a more grand style, and the castle obviously I would like to revisit. But once that's done, I will be turning my full attention to the new release of Foundation. I can say that I have been taking part in the playtest, and good things come to those who wait. I'll leave you on that and just say, if you have been, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Please leave a like. This has been Foundation, and I have been Lord Barra.